And the number one mistake that I see photographers make all the time Let's talk about money, and more specifically how you make money as a professional photographer. I am a full-time professional photographer in Oahu, Hawaii, and I know a thing or two about making money. Let's get right into it. First things first, there are 3 things that I recommend before you open your photography business. And yes, we only do legal businesses on this channel. You have to register your business, pay your taxes, be a good citizen. Number 1, you should not open up a photography business without a portfolio. That is just my personal opinion. Nobody is going to know if they would like to hire you if you do not have a portfolio. We all start out shooting for free, okay? One time I hiked on top of a mountain for free and only accepted tips. She gave me $50. We all start somewhere, okay? So if you don't have a portfolio, please do not open your business yet. So let's talk about how you get a portfolio. You just shoot anyone that is willing to let you practice on them. For me, it was my friends. Bless your souls, now they get much better pictures now. You can also post a model call. A lot of people will answer them if they know that the photos are free. Trust me, there's no shortage of people who want free pictures, even if they suck. After you build your portfolio and you are super comfortable and you have a consistent style that you've developed and you know what you're doing as far as shooting in manual mode and having a consistent editing style and you're comfortable with editing in Lightroom and Photoshop, I always say both, just because you do need Photoshop for some things and you should at least know how to do the basic, like removing people. Yes, you can do that in Lightroom, but the Lightroom smart software or whatever it is, it's not very good. The one in Photoshop is a lot better. I kind of went over number 2 already, but it is to have a consistent editing style. So let me tell you why this is important. You should know how to achieve your desired look in any lighting scenario that you get thrown in. That means full sun, full shade, harsh light. You should know how to work with it all. And if you don't, you're not ready yet. And that's okay. It takes a while to get comfortable with that. And to remember that, oh, this cloud moved, so I have to change my settings. Now to me, it's like second nature, but it didn't used to be that way. And I would go home and look at my pictures and be like, I forgot to change my settings. Shit. But good thing those photos were free. And there's something so fun and special about just starting out and shooting for free because you don't have any pressure from clients that have paid you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to take photos when you're not confident, which can really mess up your mindset. So just make sure you're comfortable shooting in all lighting scenarios before you start and you have a consistent editing style. Number 3, and this might sound obvious, but to some people it's not. You have to have a website. You have to have a website. I don't care what anybody tells you, social media is not enough. You need a website to stay organized. I'm gonna tell you why. If you're only booking off of DMs on Instagram, it is extraordinarily unprofessional. Do I do it sometimes? Absolutely. But if you want to keep your inquiries organized, you have to have a website and create a form submission so people can inquire about photo shoots. By the way, sorry if you hear something outside of my window. I'm pretty sure that every single time I want to film, they decide to do lawn maintenance, but it's okay. We're gonna power through. Very quickly, this is not a website video, but there are a few other really important reasons why you want to have a website. Number 1, so people can see your prices, okay? The back and forth and emailing and planning without them knowing how much you cost, how much your services are, is a waste of your time. I do not talk about wardrobe, makeup, nothing until I am paid a retainer. I don't like to waste my time because I am so busy and I'm running this business by myself and I'm a mom and a wife and I have to clean my house and work out and edit photos and go to sessions and I have a lot to balance. So I am always looking for time savers. People know exactly what they're getting before they even message me. They know exactly what my packages include. They know what they're getting. They know my style because they've seen my Instagram and my website and my blog and all of that. They also know how long it's gonna take to get their photos. Be as thorough as you can to avoid the back and forth on your website. It will save you so much time and effort. My website is very beautiful, but it is also very simple. And by the way, you should have a few photos of yourself on your website so people know who you are. They want to see the face of the brand and who they're working with. I would highly recommend always having a review, and I even have the process of booking so they know exactly what they are getting themselves into when they work with me. Then I have my packages, and at the bottom I have my form submission along with my phone number and my hours of operation that I will reply back to them. I also have links to my social media, my Facebook, my Instagram, which makes it easy for people to follow you. There are so many benefits to having a website, and I just wanted to let you know that if somebody told you not to have one, please don't listen to them. Listen to me. You need it. Now, after that, you got your website, you got your portfolio, you have your consistent style. Now what? You just opened your business. What do you do next? You learn marketing. Listen when I say that people buy what you're selling because of you, not necessarily your work. Your work is what gets them pulled in, like, oh man, she takes really beautiful pictures. But who are you as a person? Okay, that's your brand. Like people who follow me, they know that I take my daughter to the farmer's market every Sunday. They know that I'm passionate about YouTube now and teaching other photographers to not make the same mistakes that I did. They know that I'm obsessed, putting it lightly, with my business. They know they're always gonna get a sneak peek because I can't contain myself and I have to edit it as soon as I get home. And I like to put their mind at ease, like, oh my God, this sneak peek is amazing. I can't wait to see the whole album. That's how I get them excited about their album. It puts your mind at ease when you see a little preview, and then mentally you're good to wait for the 2 weeks that it's gonna take for me to edit your pictures. So being a photographer is only one business. But little do you know, whenever you open a photography business, you're also in the social media business and in the marketing business. Learn Instagram. Learn TikTok. TikTok is huge right now. Be consistent on Facebook, but be smart about it. I book way more on Instagram, way more when I promote my website. Just let people get a little sneak peek into your life and don't make it so curated. Ew. Nobody's life looks like that on social media. Be honest, be authentic, and you will attract the right kind of people. I promise you. Now, before you start taking people's hard-earned money for sessions, you need to have a solid contract in place. My contract, there is no room for error, okay? I highly recommend buying one. I'll put the one that I bought down in the description box down below. I tweaked it a little to fit my area a little bit better because I live in Hawaii, I get a lot of tourists. But other than that, it was very, very thorough and one of the best that I saw. Now, why is having a contract so important? Listen, it's important to get paid, okay? You have to live your life. Everyone needs money. But it's even more important to get paid on time. And if people know there's a penalty when they don't pay you on time, they're gonna pay you on time. You know what I mean? Also, it protects you in other ways, like having them tag you when they share your work on social media. That is in the contract that I send my clients, and they are so good about it because they know that's how I get more business. And when you treat your clients really good, they treat you really good. So right after my client reaches out to me via email, my website, Instagram, or whatever, and then we go over the details of their session, like how many people are gonna be in your photos, where they wanna shoot, when they're coming, and we get all the details out of the way. I will then send them an invoice for 50% of their session, which is their non-refundable retainer, and I will send them their contract, which they sign electronically. Now, the reason you always want to do a retainer is because you can't just take someone's word for it, right? If someone messages you and says they wanted a session on October 9th, is it okay if I pay any time before my session? No, it's not. Because if you don't pay a retainer, there's nothing stopping you from just not showing up. So that retainer ensures that they're going to be there, because most people just won't waste their money for no reason. And no matter what, even if they cancel and don't pay the remaining 50%, you still get paid for that day. That's very important because you blocked off your time on your calendar. You didn't book any other clients for that time, and you deserve to be paid for that no matter what. All right, guys, 2 more things. When you first open your business, you need to do a gut check, okay? Do an ego check and charge appropriately. If you are not worth $600 for an hour, do not charge $600 for an hour. It's okay to charge what you're worth at that time and at your skill level. I'm gonna give you a little bit of tough love on this channel, okay? If you're not worth $1,200 for an hour yet, don't be charging $1,200 for an hour. You'll know when it's time to start raising your prices and your skill is getting a lot better and your editing is getting really good. You'll know when it's time to level up. I promise you, you'll just know. And then you're gonna have this feeling of, wow, I just really didn't charge enough for how much work I put in this session. And that's how you know when to raise your prices. Do a gut check though. Do not let your ego lead your business. All right, last thing I have for you, and the #1 mistake that I see photographers make all the time, they try to market for everything. Remember that I told you this. If you try to market to everyone, you're gonna market to no one. You can't be everyone's cup of tea. You can't shoot everything and do everything. You could, but it's much better to have a specialty. Like, people know when they go to my Instagram, you know what kind of photography I shoot. There's no question about it. You don't see pictures of football players, okay? It's families, self-portraits, couples, and I will take an elopement because it's just like a really pretty styled shoot to me. People tend to market for everything because they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get money from sports photography and weddings and couples and seniors. At least pick a general path and go down that path and focus on that. Remember, if you market to everyone, you market to no one. I hope this video helped you out. I know it was kind of all over the place. If you guys have any other video suggestions for me, please leave them in the comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.